The NBA draws in a huge crowd of spectators every year, both on the court and being televised worldwide. Everybody has their favourite players, and for many years now there has been an ongoing debate about who is the greatest NBA player of all time. Is it Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Of course, everybody will have their own opinions on this, and you may not all agree. In fact, we are sure you won't. So in this video, we are going to take a closer look at these top two players in basketball, and look into what it is that makes the NBA greatest player of all time. So don't go anywhere while we fill you in with all the stats you need to make your own mind up. Remember, you can support Flyaway DSB by liking this video and also by subscribing to our channel, where you'll get more videos just like this one. But for now, let's start with taking a closer look at each of these guys. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, also known as MJ, was born in February 1963 and from an early age was very athletic, enjoying basketball, baseball and football. He even tried out for the varsity basketball team during his sophomore year, but at 5'11" was too short to play at that level. This pushed MJ to prove himself, soon becoming the star of Laney's junior varsity team. By the following summer, he had grown 4 inches and landed a spot on the varsity roster, where he averaged more than 25 points per game over his final 2 seasons of high school. This was just the start of MJ's basketball career. In 1981, he accepted a basketball scholarship to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and throughout his college years, he went from strength to strength and consequently left in 1984, a year before his graduation, to enter the NBA draft.
Pick Michael Jordan of the University of North Carolina.
Returning in 1986 to complete his degree in geography. The first team in the NBA that Jordan played for was the Chicago Bulls, dating from 1984 to 1993, retiring briefly to play baseball before returning in 1995 through till 1998. He then retired again in January 1999, but returned for 2 more seasons from 2001 to 2003 as a member of the Washington Wizards. During his time playing basketball, he earned the reputation of being one of the game's best all-round players, and also from performing slam dunks from the free throw line, led him to gain the nicknames Air Jordan and his airness. During his rookie season with the Bulls, Jordan averaged 28.2 points per game on 51.5% shooting and helped to make the Bulls playoff contenders. He was later voted Rookie of the Year. In Jordan's second season, even though he missed 64 games after breaking his foot in the 3rd game of the year, he still managed to set the record for points in a playoff game with 63 in Game 2. With a full recovery from injury in the 1986-1987 season, he had one of the most prolific scoring seasons in NBA history. He scored 3,000 points in a season, averaging a league-high 37.1 points on 48.2% shooting. In addition to show his defensive ability, he became the first player in NBA history to record 200 steals and 100 block shots in a season. In the 1987-88 season, Jordan again led the league in scoring, averaging 35 points per game on 53.5% shooting, and won his first MVP award. He was also named the Defensive Player of the Year as he averaged 1.6 blocks and a league-high 3.16 steals per game. Again in the 1988-89 season, Jordan led the league in scoring, averaging 32.5 points per game on 53.8% shooting from the field, as well as 8 rebounds per game and 8 assists per game. Jordan was the one to watch as he went into the 1989-90 season, scoring a career-high 69 points. He averaged 33.6 points per game on 52.6% shooting, to go with a 6.9 rebounds per game and 6.3 assists per game. Jordan won his second MVP award in season 1990-91 after averaging 31.5 points per game on 53.9% shooting, 6 rebounds per game and 5.5 assists per game for the regular season, helping the Bulls to finish in first place in their division for the first time in 16 years. The Bulls advanced to the NBA Finals, and his first Finals appearance, Jordan posted per-game averages of 31.2 points on 56% shooting from the field, 11.4 assists, 6.6 rebounds, 2.8 steals, and 1.4 blocks. Jordan won his first NBA Finals MVP award. In the 91-92 season, he went on to win Finals MVP award for a second year in a row, and finished the series averaging 35.8 points per game, 4.8 rebounds and 6.5 assists, while shooting 53% from the floor. The following season, 1992-93, Jordan averaged a finals record of 41 points per game during the 6-game season, and became the first player in NBA history to win 3 straight finals MVP awards. He scored more than 30 points in every game of the series, including 40 or more points in 4 consecutive games. Jordan capped off a 7-year run where he achieved 7 scoring titles and 3 championships for the ever-growing trophy cabinet. 1993 was the year of Jordan's first retirement. He wasn't rusty when he came back. Jordan returned to the NBA for the 95-96 season, averaging 31 points per game. After some aggressive training, he led the league in scoring with 30.4 points per game and won the league's regular season and All-Star Game MVP awards. Jordan was named Finals MVP for a 4th time. He also achieved only the 2nd sweep of the MVP awards in the All-Star Game, regular season and NBA Finals. Clearly, he wasn't ready to hang up his airs quite yet. In the 96-97 season, Jordan, for the 5th time in as many finals appearances, received the Finals MVP award, and during the 97 NBA All-Star Game, Jordan posted the first triple-double in All-Star Game history. There was no let-up for Jordan in the 97-98 season, again being voted Finals MVP, having led all scorers by averaging 33.5 points per game, including 45 in the deciding Game 6. After retiring again in 1999, Jordan once again returned to the NBA for a final time in 2001, this time playing for the Washington Wizards. Unfortunately, the beginning of this season was not good for Jordan after tearing the cartilage in his knee and was only able to play 53 out of 60 games. But in 2003, Jordan became the first 40-year-old to tally 43 points in an NBA game. So that's Michael Jordan. Next up we have LeBron James. But before we take a look at this guy, just a reminder that if you're enjoying this video, please give us a like and subscribe to Fly Away DSB for more great videos just like this one. LeBron James was born in December 1984 and was introduced to basketball at the age of 9. He began to play organised basketball in the 5th grade of school. Later, as a freshman, James averaged 21 points and 6 rebounds per game for his team, St. Vincent St. Mary varsity. As a sophomore, his average went up to 25.2 points and 7.2 rebounds, with 5.8 assists and 3.8 steals per game. James was named Ohio Mr. Basketball this time and was selected to the USA Today All-USA First Team, becoming the first sophomore to do either. During his junior year season, with averages of 29 points, 8.3 rebounds, 5.7 assists and 3.3 steals per game, he was once again named Ohio Mr. Basketball and selected to the USA Today All-USA First Team, and also became the first junior to be named Male Basketball Gatorade National Player of the Year. Throughout his senior year, James improved his ability for the year, averaging 31.6 points, 9.6 rebounds, 4.6 assists, and 3.4 steals per game, and for the 3rd consecutive year was named Ohio Mr. Basketball and selected to the All-USA First Team, and named Male Basketball Gatorade National Player of the Year for the 2nd consecutive year. At this stage, he scored a career-high 52 points. 2003 was the year James was selected by his hometown team, Cleveland Cavaliers, as the first overall pick of the 2003 NBA draft. During this season, he received the NBA Rookie of the Year award and was also named the third player in league history to average at least 20 points, 5 rebounds and 5 assists per game as a rookie. Between the years of 2004 and 2008, James became a superstar. He earned his first NBA All-Star Game selection in 2004-05 with final averages of 27.2, 7.4 rebounds, 7.2 assists and 2.2 steals per game, and was named to his first All-Star NBA team. At the 2006 All-Star Game, James was named the NBA All-Star Game MVP, with final season averages of 31.4 points, 7 rebounds and 6.6 assists per game. He recorded a triple-double in his postseason debut, and in Game 3 of the series, he made his first game-winning shot of his career, repeating this in Game 5. In Game 5 of the NBA Conference Finals, James notched 48 points, with 9 rebounds and 7 assists, scoring 29 of Cleveland's last 30 points, including the game-winning layup with 2 seconds left. In the 2007-08 season, James was named All-Star Game MVP for the second time after a performance of 27 points, 8 rebounds and 9 assists. He became Cavaliers' all-time leading scorer. His 30 points per game were also the highest in the league, marking his first scoring title. At the conclusion of the 2008-09 season, James finished second in the NBA Defensive Player of the Year and made his first NBA All-Defensive team, posting 23 chase-down blocks and a career-high 93 total blocks. His final averages of 28.4 points, 7.6 rebounds, 7.2 assists, 1.7 steals and 1.2 blocks per game. He also became the first Cavalier player to win the MVP award. In the conference finals, he averaged 38.5 points, 8.3 rebounds and 8 assists per game, finishing the postseason with a career playoff high 35.3 points per game. In the 2009-10 season, James had a bit of a mixed bag with points, due to being forced into a temporary point guard role. But this still didn't stop him averaging 29.7 points, 7.3 rebounds, 8.6 assists, 1.6 steals and 1 block per game on 50% shooting, again receiving another MVP award. After officially signing with the Miami Heat in 2010, James began the season struggling due to consistent negativity against the team. This still didn't stop James averaging 26.7 points, 7.5 rebounds and 7 assists per game on 51% shooting. Unfortunately, the finals saw an 8.9 point drop from the regular season for James. Throughout his time with Miami, James won his first championship and was awarded Bill Russell NBA Finals MVP. Seasons 2011 through to 2014 saw averages of around 27.1 points, 8 rebounds and assists of around 7 per game, with the playoffs showing highs averaging 30.3 points, rebounds 9.7 and assists 6.6 per game. He also was awarded titles of NBA Champion twice, NBA Finals MVP twice, NBA MVP twice, and NBA All-Star 4 times. It was this time in his career he really started to pile on the accolades. From 2015 through to 2018, James rejoined Cleveland, with his season highs averaging 27 points, 8.6 rebounds and 9.1 assists per game. The playoffs averaged highs of 34 points, 11.3 rebounds and 9 assists per game. Whilst playing with the Cleveland team this time round, he was awarded NBA Champion, NBA Finals MVP, NBA All-Star 4 times and NBA All-Star Game MVP. In 2018, James joined LA Lakers, but had a bad start due to a groin injury. Despite this, his average highs for the season so far are still impressive at 26.7 points, 8.5 rebounds and 10.2 assists. And in the playoffs for 2020 were 27.6 points, 10.8 rebounds and 8.8 assists. His titles with the Lakers include NBA Champion, NBA Final MVP, NBA All-Star 3 times and NBA All-Star Game MVP, and he's still going strong, far from being done yet. All in all, it's hard to separate these two giants of the game. On paper, LeBron does have some catching up to do. Jordan's consistency at the highest level with a retirement in the middle means that he probably edges this one, but it's very, very close. So looking at the statistics between these two basketball superstars, who do you think is the greatest NBA player of all time? What about our Filipino friends? Wherever you're watching from in the world, who do you think deserves the title? Or maybe you think they should share it? Let us know in the comments. To support us, please like this video and subscribe to Flyaway PSB for more quality videos like this one. Thanks for watching.